we're heading out. Sorry. To the book signing. Here we go. Right, Penny? Right, Penny? She looks so panicked right now. It's gonna be fun, don't worry.
Penny, where are we going?
Where are we
We're
going,
going to the vet.
Oh no, it didn't work that time.
Yeah.
Wait, yes it did. She's like, no, please.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Confident corgi?
Yeah, but
So, guess who this is about? Do you know who this is?
Huh.
You're right. And who's this on the back?
Huh.
That's right too. Hi guys. Welcome. Good timing. Where'd you go?
Penny.
It's about Penny.
You're fine.
That's not just that dog.
You're so right. And so this is Penny, guys. And we're going to read a story about Penny really quick, okay? Okay. She barked until the tape was afraid.
Afraid.
You're so afraid.
What's
And
Ah!
she growled at the silverware tray. You see her face? Right there. Good job. She does not like the silverware tray. It's scary. Everyone knew what was up because Penny was a super pup.
This way.
Yeah.
This way, Buster.
Confident Penny was suddenly scared. Who was this pup and why was he there? Do you guys know who he is?
No, I don't.
Not you?
I hate that dog.
You oh no. We played hard at the bookstore. Saw a lot of cute kids. And she's literally out. Like, we've been sitting here. She's like, stop talking. So yeah, we're just gonna rest today and just enjoy. And I'm gonna put all the pictures up on my Facebook page, my author Facebook page. And yeah, it's just been such a good time. I think I really want to watch a really good Netflix show, something cheesy. But right now I am stuck. So I'll just be here till somebody decides to wake up. Bye guys. See you later. Have a great day. Now, I am also adding to this video, I'm going to include how I got a book signing, because after I came home from that book signing at Barnes & Noble on the 1st, and actually when I came home from my last book signing too, I got tons of messages from people who are like, how did you get a book signing? How does this even work? How did you do it? Teach me how. And I would love to teach you how. The first thing that I should mention, and that I talked about in my last Barnes & Noble book signing really briefly, is that I did work at this Blaine Barnes & Noble about 10 years ago. I do think that it helped me to network and have relationships with the people at that store, because some of them are still there. But I did also contact the Maple Grove store, and I was in communications to actually set up a book signing with them instead. So a whole different store, people I didn't know, was setting it up with them. When the Blaine store contacted me and was like, actually, we do have room, and I had been in conversation with them first for a book signing in December. So I returned to the Blaine store because I wanted to honor that commitment. But the Maple Grove store was open to the book signing as well, and I feel like it really helped me to refresh on the process and know what it would be like for a brand new, like, never been here before, don't know anybody, this is what you do, okay? Okay, let's talk about it. All right, so step number 1 is to contact the events manager. If it's a small independent bookstore, then it's probably just the manager, like that's part of their whole job. And then if it's Barnes & Noble, there are a bunch of managers sometimes depending on the store, and so they might have a manager specifically in charge of events. And so you would call the store, figure out which store you want to go to, at least that you're hoping to go to, call that phone number, ask for the events manager. Now it can go one of two ways. Either they're not there, and then in that case you should ask for their email address. And you can sometimes find these emails online, but it's tricky. I don't totally know where they hang out, so it's better to just call the store and say, hey, could I talk to the events manager, please? And then if they're like, sorry, they're not here today, oh, that's okay, can I please get the email so I can contact them? And so what you would do is, it's like usually like a CRM or just some random, and then a bunch of numbers. That's the right email, and it's going to get you to the events manager for that particular store. Whether you email or whether you talk to them in person, you're going to generally give them the same amount of information. So number 2, give them all the awesome information about you and your book. So start with, hey, I am a local author. That's step number 1 in the information zone. I am a local author, and I'm really curious to see if you'd be interested in having a local author do a book signing at your store. And then if there's any interest in the phone conversation, then you would just keep going. And then if it's an email, just include all of this in the email, like kind of like a press kit vibe. You would want to have your ISBN number ready, because Barnes & Noble looks up books by their ISBN number. You would want to have, if you're emailing, pictures of your book so that you can just directly let them see what it looks like, attach the pictures, attach a link to probably Amazon, a link to where they can actually see your book online. Make it as easy as possible for them to get everything they need to know about your book, and then talk about how excited you are about their store and how you think that you could bring a lot of people. Because tip number 3, after you've found the events manager and you've let them know everything pertinent to you and your book, number 3 is to let them know that you are going to be proactive, you have a fan base, and you are going to bring people to that book signing. Because, spoiler, the book signing is mostly on you. Like, it would be nice if the bookstore did it all, and I know that for some of you guys, that might have been kind of the imagining, like, oh, as the author, I just show up and it's amazing. And
yeah, there will be some people there that you don't know because it's a bookstore. Of course, there are going to be strangers there, but mostly, if you want a good turnout, that is on you. You have to do like the Facebook event, you have to promote it, you have to tell people about it, you especially have to tell people in your area about it because, you know, Facebook friends can be all over the world. You have to be really, really, really intentional about promoting. And it really helps to let them know right up front that you are planning on promoting the crap out of it, like in a professional way, if that makes sense. Those 3 steps, whether you're calling or emailing, you're going to want to be really, really, really clear. And then I have a couple other notes that are really, really important before you make that phone call, before you write that email. The first one is a little bit of a bummer. For Barnes & Noble to do a book signing with them, they actually have a very, very strict list of requirements. You can find this on their website. I would recommend that you go to barnesandnoble.com and just, or I think you can even Google like requirements to do a book signing at Barnes & Noble. There's some really random stuff like the stuff that's included on your spine. Gosh, I can't even remember, but look up the website. But the most important thing that I want to mention in this video, because it is a problem if this is not the case for your book, is that you have to have your book as returnable. So yeah, if you are on KDP, I am here to tell you that unfortunately KDP does not offer a returnable status right now. So currently I have my book on 2 print-on-demand companies. I have it on KDP, which is like CreateSpace now. They merged together if you didn't already know. And then I have my book on Ingram Spark as well, which has the distribution that a traditional book publishing company has. So Ingram Spark has a returnable feature. Here's the other downside. Ingram Spark does not automatically make your book returnable. Like, you have to click a button. So look at it as you upload your book, pay attention, double check before you call the bookstore and make sure that your book is returnable, because if you don't do all these steps in advance, they're going to say no to you. At least at Barnes & Noble, they have to say no to you, and then they're going to be annoyed. And you don't want to start out on a bad impression. You don't want to start out on the wrong foot. So do your research beforehand, figure out how to make your book returnable. I do believe that there's other print-on-demand companies that have that feature as well. And one of those print-on-demand companies may be the Barnes & Noble Nook Press. I have no idea, don't quote me on that, but I'm actually looking into getting my book on a bunch more print-on-demand companies, and I'm going to talk about that more in the future. That's something I've been talking to my Patreon group about a lot, and I'm going to do some tutorials uploading books to the different print-on-demand companies. So if you're interested in that, check out my Patreon page, the link is below. I've done a tutorial on how to upload a book to KDP on there. My next tutorial is going to be how to upload a book to Ingram Spark, and then I'm going to have more tutorials on all these other publishing on demand companies that I told you about. But let me rewind really quick because this is getting long. I just really, really want to pound in that it has to be returnable, and that is because if Barnes & Noble does not sell all the copies, they will return them. Now, again, I have a relationship with the Blaine store, so because we have fun and they like me and I like them, and I know that I'm probably going to go back there in the future, they've actually been keeping the books on the shelves. So my books have been living on the shelves of the Barnes & Noble Blaine store for a while, and people have been buying them there. But normally that is not guaranteed. If they remember to return them and there are a bunch of books left over, they very well might. Ingram Spark takes forever, so plan ahead. Make sure your book is returnable. Make sure that it has the full month to like take effect and actually become returnable so they can see it online. It takes a long time for them to communicate that to the sellers, yeah, to Barnes & Noble. And you want to be on the phone with the events manager as they look up your ISBN number and they say, oh yeah, I see it. It is for sale and it is returnable. I can definitely look into setting up a book signing with you. That's what you want. You do not want any opportunities for them to say no. So I hope that's helpful to you guys. Comment below if you have any questions. If you want like actual coaching for how to set up a book signing, like at any store, and you want me to help you like talk through anything at all, I have coaching on my Patreon page below, and I hope you also subscribe, ring the bell to get notified when my next video comes out, and give it a thumbs up. I think that's everything. Yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was helpful for you, and I hope it gets you excited about setting up a book signing of your own. Definitely make sure to check out my books because they are both on sale on Amazon. Links below, of course. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye!